We're going to get going. I know we'll have other people joining us, but everyone's time is precious and I don't like to waste it. So, I'm so excited to see you people on this call. I'm glad that you're here, and we have such a wonderful treat today, y'all. Meghan Walker is, I don't know when I met you officially online, but it's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
You're like one of the first.
Did we connect over COVID?
Yes, we connected.
That's like when the bond started, right? When we both had COVID.
Yeah, we started doing Team Papaya calls. She's on Team Papaya. She's not on our team. And well, we're on the big team, but I just instantly fell in love with her. She's so incredible. Her energy is so great. She's so good at everything. Seriously, so good at everything. I'm not exaggerating. Just such a great spirit. You should, I always say this, definitely follow her. And she's based in Utah. She has 4 little kids and a wonderful husband, Gavin.
5 people on car?
Had the pleasure, 5? Oh, you have 4, right? 4.
I think somebody's not muted.
Okay.
I don't know how to mute them, but.
And also, I got to meet her in Mexico. We totally connected and fell in love with each other. And I just will not forget the day I met her, because she was like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Let's go either skydiving or whale shark swimming. And we went whale shark swimming. So we definitely bonded big time, and I love her. And she is doing this as a favor, because the person that we had could not do it this time. And so I called her up and said, Meghan, you're so good at this. Please share your wisdom. So I really, really appreciate her doing this. She is training on Team Papaya tonight. So on recruiting.
You guys are going to get sick of hearing my voice.
Yeah. So definitely check out. But yeah. And she's got an awesome team. It's called what? Team Rise Up or something?
Yeah.
Love your
I only changed it like 4 times until I finally stuck with it. It's fine.
Well, I'll let you take it away, girl.
Well, thank you, Angel. That was all too nice. Angel is a gem, and I'm sure you guys know it. You guys are so freaking blessed to be on her team. She's like one of the kindest humans I know. So thank you. I really appreciate that. So I have notes here because those on my team know I get like very squirrelish and I just start talking. So I'm going to try to stay focused so we can get back to work. So first of all, thank you, Angel, again, for letting me be here and speak with you guys. This is something that I love to talk about because it's something that was necessary for me in my business. So I'll just share a little bit about my story, my background. So I had done direct sales previously. I did it for 2.5 years. I walked away in about, I think it was 2016, swearing I would never do it again. Like, I put a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort into it, and the rewards were not happening. It was not getting me home with my kids. That was like my ultimate goal. Like, I wanted to get home with my children. I'm a pediatric nurse. I work at Primary Children's Hospital, if anybody knows or is familiar with them. I love being a nurse. But my plan as a mom was like, okay, nursing, perfect. When I have kids, I can drop down to once a week and I can still have a career, but I can be home primarily. I wasn't able to drop down to that status until Zyia happened. So a year into my business, Zyia replaced my full-time nursing income. And I'm now working just twice a month. So it's like a perfect balance. And that was my goal with my first company. But in 2.5 years, it didn't even come close. And so I walked, and it was just taking me from my family, right? So I was just like, what is the point of this? I'm here for my family. So I stopped, walked away, swore I would never do it again. In fact, my Instagram account that I had built had randomly deleted after that. So I don't know, somebody took it over. So I knew it was the best decision for my family. So when Zyia started, like, some things happened in our life. I was supposed to be able to come home. My husband was in the middle of a real estate deal. Long story short, the deal that was supposed to give us a nest egg for me to go back PRN after had my 4th child, we instead lost over $30,000. So I was just like crushed. And I was like, okay, this is my life. Like, I'm already overwhelmed. I'm hardly surviving, but this is it. Like, just keep going. Like, you are going to be working full-time forever. So I started looking for something to do from home, more like a nurse triage job. I was not looking for direct sales because I had decided that was not for me. But Sarah Anderson, she's my upline. I grew up with her. We were in the same neighborhood growing up. Anyway, and her feed started trickling in and I resisted. I pushed it back. I was like, no, this is not for me. but I just kept on feeling that pull. So I finally just started to ask questions. I asked a lot. I was very critical. I was very hesitant. But the more I learned about this company, I just recognized there was nothing for me to lose. But I knew that I had to get clear and I had to get organized on what mattered, or else I was not going to do the same thing again. I was not going to just go after it for 2.5 years and waste time on the fluff, waste time on the things that didn't matter. And my husband, he was on board, but he was also a little bit hesitant. He's like, all right, we'll do this, but we're not going to wait 2.5 years this time to figure out if it's going to work or not. Like, let's get clear on what these things are.
To James, if nobody knows how to spell.
Somebody's, I don't know, so cute. Okay. Anyway, so first of all, you guys, let me just say this first. First, I will say, don't wait until you're perfectly organized to start. Just start. Messy action is always more powerful than trying or thinking that you have to have all your ducks and eggs in a row to take action. Always take action first. Like, don't wait until you're completely organized. Messy action gets done. Perfect action does not. So just take action. But we are a part of such an incredible team with such incredible resources, which is amazing, but it also can feel overwhelming, right? It can feel overwhelming as to what do I focus on? How do I run my business? How do I make sure that I am like touching every area and allowing myself to trust the process that I'm doing the things that matter so that I can turn my business off when it's time to turn it off and be present for family when it's time to be present for family. So this is how I'm going to tell you that you do that. I don't know where you guys are at in your business. If you're newer, if you've been around for a while, it took me way too long to start doing these things. I actually talked to Sarah about it for like 4 months. I was like, I need to like sit down and figure out what my buckets are, like write out my tasks, write out exactly what I'm going to be doing on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, whatever. And then she did it for us. So we have the resources. We have everything we need to be successful. It is up to us to utilize them. So what I will say to you, if you want to simplify and zone in and get organized on the things that matter, is print off the buckets. So I shared these buckets with Angel. They're also on the team website. Which if you guys have not plugged into that team website, I will say the buckets paired with our team website are the only 2 things that you need to be successful in this business. But so those buckets, and I will kind of show you guys how I structure my business. There are like 3 different types of buckets that are on the website. And I shared the ones that I created with Angel only because I changed a few things about them. Number 1, I changed at the bottom what I am tracking. So I don't know if any of you guys are doing masterminds or whatever, but essentially I put at the bottom the key income producing activities that need to be happening so that if I feel like there's a part of my business that is not growing, I can look back and see what I am tracking and where I need to fill that in. So basically on the bottom, I have future parties booked, follow up with customers and hosts, follow up with reps, rep posts and stories, and then new connections. Okay. These buckets, I will tell you though, everything that is listed in them will have you doing these activities. That is the magic of these buckets. So if you have not yet printed these out, I challenge you to do so. I challenge you to look and figure out which one fits for you. Honestly, there's a rep one, there's a rep leader one, and then there's a high level. I think nobody should start at the rep level. I mean, you can, but I just feel like you guys are all leaders from the get-go, and growing a team and sharing this opportunity from the get-go is an important and essential part of your business. So I have the high level one, but there is like the leader one if you want to really focus on the basics, like depending on if you're kind of wanting a restart, blah, blah, blah. But this is how I work my week. And I'll tell you, so number 1, scheduling your work time is going to be powerful. Like, we as women think we can multitask and do all these things at one time. It's not true. Like, they have like done studies on it and just show that like multitaskers, people that claim themselves as being multitaskers, actually don't get as much done as people that don't claim themselves as being multitasker. It's actually damaging to parts of your brain that lead to increased productivity, interrupts the flow, and you just lose creativity. So research actually shows that it takes about 30 minutes to refocus after you've gotten distracted. So that is why it's like, yes, we are all busy. Yes, we all have other things besides Zyia, But if you can schedule in your time, and it's not always going to happen perfectly, you get to look at your own schedule and figure out when it works for you. But even if it's like 3 20-minute periods that you are having uninterrupted time for your business in a day, then do that. Or if it's waking up an hour earlier and doing it an hour earlier, so you can just have it done. I was never a morning person, but I actually love working my business in the morning because I just feel peace. I'm like, okay, I have done this list. And if nothing else happens today, I know I've done the things that matter. I know I've done the things that matter. And and then if things come up throughout the day, it's easier for me to attend to those because I know I've worked on my business before that point. Anyway, so how I structure my business and what you guys will need to do is to look at these, decide which one is for you, print them off. If you're a paper person, great. If you're not a paper person, I don't know, you could probably put this in like a Google something. I'm learning to be techie. I'm not very techie at all. I knew nothing about social media when I started this business. But anyway, so this is how I kind of structure my week. So I have these things printed out. I got this little thing on Amazon. So I have my entire business, everything that I need right here. It's so easy for me to just take on the go because yes, I still do things on the go. But the nice thing about having this list, it not only has the list, but it has timers, like how much time to like set a timer. Facebook party keep up 10 minutes, right? So just setting that timer, you getting in your Facebook groups, commenting, replying to all the people have commented on the post, replying to messages, whatever. So it's like, if you focus on one activity and set a timer, your brain will automatically do it quicker and you'll be more effective. Anyway, so when I do my power hour, I turn off all my notifications. I like put my phone on like moon, whatever that moon is, like the do not disturb, so that I have this hour that I can focus and do my business and get it done quickly. But this is how I structure my week. So at the beginning of every week, I will bring my Monday to Tuesday up here. Okay, so I'm on Tuesday now, right? And I will keep my Monday in there because if there are things that didn't get done on that Monday, and if it's important for it to get done that week, I will transfer on to one of my other bucket lists, okay? But at the beginning of every week, I make sure I have these printed off. And then I sit down at the beginning of that week and just kind of think about and plan like what things that need to be done in my business. And then if the buckets you will see, it's like they're kind of focused. Like Tuesday is team bucket, Wednesday is sales bucket, Thursday is party bucket. Anyway, so how I've structured it's like kind of a theme day. And that is helpful because in our business, things will come up, right? Things will come to distract us from our focus. And what I've had to learn to do is if this does not have to be done right now, then what I do instead, like, because it will come into my brain is like a to-do list, right? And all of a sudden I want to go do that instead. But instead of doing that, if it can wait, I will just go write it on the bucket that it belongs to. So that's why I always have all 5 days with me, so that if a task or a thought comes as something that I have to do, I will go write it down. So the beginning of every week, I have these out. I will think about my week. And if there are things that need to be added, I will add them to these, like just in writing, right? And then again, at the end of every single day, I will just kind of look back at my day, see what I was able to get done, what I was not able to get done. If there's anything that needs to be transferred over to a different day, I will then do that. And then I will also highlight or list out what are my top 3 priorities for tomorrow. Because I don't always get every single thing done on this list, and that's okay. The things that I always try to make sure I am focusing on, if I can't get it all done, are these things that we track at the bottom. Because those are the income producing activities. Those are the things that are going to truly grow your business. But when working in buckets, the thing that I love about it is you can trust, because this was created by like the top leaders of the company, right? The ones that have like tried and failed, figured it out over and over again. And they figured out what are the essential things to be doing in your business every day that is going to grow your business. So because I know that, right? If I am doing these things, even when I'm not seeing the results I want to see right away, I know they will come, and I can trust that they will come as long as I'm being intentional and doing these things, right? As long as I'm not just posting and praying, as long as I am actually sending those individual messages to customers and hosts and those individual messages to potential reps. Like the magic truly does happen in the DMs. I don't know if you've heard this before, but like, it like made it clear to me, like, yes, your social media is important. And yes, showing up on your personal page and your stories is important, but it's more like your billboard, right? And the only way you're going to get people coming to look at your billboard is by talking to them in the DMs. And that's why it's like, it is important to do those things, right? But if you're just doing your social media, if you're just talking and posting and praying, you are not going to get, your business is not going to have the results that you want. You have to do both. And the time and energy really should be spent more on these 5 things than making your post perfectly worded, thinking too much about what to say on your stories. Like, just get on your stories and be a freak. Like, I used to, like, when I first started, it's so funny because I was going through and like deleting archives on my Instagram, and I was like seeing my initial story, like outfit of the day. It took me like 16 stories. I was like, shut up. But because I was willing to do it and willing to do a crappy job at it, I've learned and I've grown. Now it's like, I try to get my outfit of the days to 4 stories because nobody wants to hear 16 stories worth of an outfit. But it's just like starting and connecting. That's where people connect with you. So doing this is going to make sure that you are doing every single thing. And like I said, they will be timed even, and you can change this. These are things that you can customize to you, but you will be touching every area of your business. And to me, that is life-changing because I am one that will work and work and work and work. Like, I love doing this work. So having that boundary and having this list of knowing, okay, I've done the stuff that is important, I can turn it off, I can walk away, and I can now focus on myself, whether that be self-care or my husband or my family, because we are not here to forget them, right? We are here for them. And then the other thing I feel like with this, because I feel like a lot of times these following up, like sending these individual messages, what makes us feel exhausted is the thinking about it all day, right? There are days where you can go to bed at night and you feel exhausted, like you've worked all day, but all you've done is thought about working. And so I feel like having this list and this, it just gets you doing it. Like, it takes about 5 seconds to send a message, right? But sometimes it takes us 15 minutes thinking about what to say and how to say it and stressing over it. Just send it. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. This is about planting seeds, getting the word out there. They may not say yes right now, and that's okay, but continue to connect with them, continue to show up, continue to do your buckets, and they may come around. But it's by doing these things, even when you don't feel like it, where the growth happens, right? If you work your business when you're just feeling it, then your business is not going to grow. Consistency will never be a thing for you, because I can tell you most days I don't feel it. It's not until I start doing it that changes for me, to be honest. I struggle with anxiety. I'm treated for anxiety. And I tell my team all the time, like, there have been several times that they have been the reason that they have picked me up out of that process of thoughts that happens with anxiety. Because when I was feeling good, right, I would schedule some team call or schedule something. And then when it would come down to it, maybe I was having a hard time and I did not want to do it. But every time I've done it, every time I've shown up, I feel better. Like, Zyia is so much more than a business. It can be so many different things as far as you growing as an individual. And so I tell them all the time, like, it is like, you are the reason sometimes that my anxiety doesn't consume me. Like, you get me out of that train of thought and you get me into new space. Okay, let me just make sure. I feel like I just kind of did it without looking at my notes, but let me make sure that I didn't miss anything. Awesome. Yeah, we talked about that. Oh, one thing I realized though that I didn't add to this list that I would make sure that you guys are doing is personal development. 10 minutes a day. Like, whether that, mostly I listen to it, but your thoughts are such a powerful thing in this business, because our thoughts are going to be what make us take action or not take action. And so we ourselves do a really good job at telling us all the things that we are not capable of doing and why everything is scary, because that is what our brain is designed to do. Our brain is designed to keep us safe. And when we want to do things that feel uncomfortable, our brain thinks we are going to die. So it is important to do that personal development. So make sure that that is one of your things that you're doing. I typically listen to it. If you want ideas, I'm sure Angel has a lot of great personal development options for you. And then the last thing I will just mention is just tracking. So this is an option to track, right? I can also share with you guys, I have a Google Sheets tracker. Because I am at a place in my business where I have hired a virtual assistant, and I've learned that I need to start being more techie so we can teamwork. So paper tracking doesn't technically work for me anymore. But if you are a paper person, I do have more resources I can share with you. My whole entire business used to be in this thing where I had like my list of reps that I've been having conversations with, like stuff for my team, like when I've shouted them out, recognize them. Anyway, all of that stuff, like I said, again, is built into this. Recognizing your team is built into this. Reaching out to new and potential hosts is built into this. Like everything is built into the list and activities that are in here. So you will be touching every part of your business if you are doing the things in this list. You guys just get to decide which bucket to use, when you're going to work, and you get to decide just to do it. Because this business, you guys, is not one big thing. It's not one big thing that's going to change your business and make you like take off. It's not like this quantum leap. Like it is the small, consistent things doing consistently over time that will start growing your business. And eventually, if you're doing them consistently, it's like you won't be able to keep up eventually. And that's when you hire a virtual assistant. When you start hating activities in your business that you know that you could pass on to someone else, that don't take your personal touch. And it's normal. It's normal to fall in love and out of love of your business. Like, because this business isn't easy is why, sorry, people are maybe chatting. I don't know. If you want to look at that, Angel, and if there's something I need to answer now, you can let me know. This business isn't easy, and that's why it matters. But what you can do to ensure that you last and that you can make it through and that you don't get burned out is figuring out some sort of plan and being consistent with it. It is. Okay, come sit by me for just a minute, okay? Want to sit on my lap?
No, I want it.
But anyway, we are part of something incredible, you guys. So I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to figure out what your buckets are, to print them out, to make a plan of some kind, and to start doing the things. And if you have not utilized our team website yet, I also challenge you to do that. Don't do it all in one day, but challenge like 10 minutes a day where you can just start at the beginning and start working through. Even if you're like year 2 in your business. I did this when it first came out because I wanted to know what was available to my reps as I onboarded them. Because when it comes down to it, you guys, like this business can take over our lives. Like if we let it, it can consume us if we let it. And so having systems in place that are duplicatable is what makes it like allows you to be high touch without being high touch, if that makes sense. And we are fortunate enough to have this team website that does just that. So knowing what's available to you to use will make it so that you don't have to handhold so much, and you can still be an incredible resource to your team, but you can inspire them to be leaders and to kind of take off on their own.
Sarah asked, you said there are 2 things on the website, the bucket list, and there was a second one. Do you remember what that was? I was trying to think too.
2 things on the website.
Yeah, like you said, like 2 things you would like use the website
and the
for.
buckets are the 2 things that you need to be successful. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you were talking about?
So she said, use the team website and use the bucket list. And when she's talking about the team website, because Megan, just so you know, we have our own team website because Team Papaya did not have one, but the Team Papaya site is linked on our site under the professional development page. It's the first episode on there, and you have to register and have a password for it, but it's awesome. And the great thing,
I didn't realize that. I thought you guys, I thought you.
Anyway. The great thing about it is it kind of walks you through each area step by step. You've completed stuff, you've watched stuff. So I share it. It is a little overwhelming for new people, I think. So that's why I think ours is a little bit, it's only 5 pages, hopefully a little bit easier, but their site has way more stuff on it than ours.
Yes, and it can be overwhelming. And that's why, so in that website, I mean, it like breaks it up, right? So when I'm onboarding a new rep, like it even has like, this is in the website, it has a checklist to onboard a new rep. It has like a business launch guide. So this is for them. This is for you. Like this takes you step by step of what to do to onboard your new rep. And what I tell them every time, because you could, if they got in there and just kept going, it would be too much information. So I tell them, I'm like, okay, go in there, do the getting started tab. That is it. And then reach out to me. Let's connect. Because you all know, and I think honestly, I feel like that is something that I have a tendency to do, but really it's just like, it's really, I think it's like, it's almost done out of fear of doing the things that matter. Like you feel like you're working right by giving all this information, but it's so much better if you can take it and apply it. Like take it and apply it. So yes, that website can be overwhelming, but I think it just comes from you. If you're like, do the getting started tab and stop there, then we're going to go to the next step together. So kind of like using this as a guide as you do that and walk them through it. And that's why I say, if you want to utilize that website and learn about it, don't do it once. Do it like schedule 10 minutes a day where you get in there and just kind of work through it as if you are a new rep. That's how I did it.
I love the just messy action. That's the best, y'all. At the end of the day, just do it. Sarah went live today on the Rise Up program. Same thing. Just don't stress about all this stuff. And I know, especially for being new on the call, it's so overwhelming at first. But getting organized is key. That's why I love having Meghan here. I use bucket list. I actually am going to add the checklist on the bottom of mine. I did take Team Papaya's checklist and I looked at all three, and I have just the main things I need to do every single day. And then I have my own to-do list of that day, whatever. I love having the 3 top priorities. That's awesome. But I simplified mine. So like Meghan and I did, to take it, use it as a tool, but just know you don't have to do everything on it.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions at all? I love this. Thank you so much, Meghan. It's amazing knowledge.
Thank you.
So good. She did do it. She mentioned it. She did the back to the basics training, and it was more details. So if you want to dive even further into things, definitely go back and watch her. I did post these checklists on our messenger group, and I'll post it on our team page when I post the video. So you can use these.
And if you're more of a digital person, on the back to basics under the guides or files, that's where I posted the Google Sheets that I use to like track customer follow-up and all that kind of stuff. So you're welcome to look at that and see if you want to use any of that.
Awesome. All right. Any other questions? I have some announcements. So Meghan, thank you so much. We'll see you tonight. We'll see you later. Can't wait. Thank you so much. Awesome. Cool. Well, that was amazing. I'm telling you, the key to this business is to get organized. So please take our advice. We're doing it for a reason. I wanted to say any announcements. I know, Sarah, you wanted to do your shout outs. And so if you want to go next and promote your person of the month.
Yeah, there's a few people on my team, I think, on here. But I do, for everybody else in the call, every other month, I do a call business building boss. And it's just to recognize someone who's just doing like the steps they need to be taking, and maybe not the obvious ones, to create like a sustainable, successful business. So this one, it's usually, I feel like it's someone that maybe it's like not the most obvious. This month, it is Christy Eberhart, and I don't think she's on this, but Christy has been hitting Gold Digger, which is amazing. Like and she just kind of launched her business. I want to say it was the end of spring, June-ish, maybe around then. So she has brought on 3 people in August and September, on track to that big promo. And I'm so proud of her. But what I'm really more proud about is that she hasn't just recruited just to hit this goal and just recruit. She's actually taking the steps to, educate her reps who are coming under her, because I think that's really important. It's like, you guys have a responsibility when you decide to get people into this business and share it with them. And if you don't want to make the time to like be there for them and help guide them and give resources, then like don't bring people on. Like it's not it's not necessarily for everybody. Like don't feel like you have to do that. Like you can just work the business yourself. But Christy has brought these girls on and she has started doing weekly calls with them, so that they are all connecting, and then she can kind of guide them through what she's doing and they can talk. But I didn't even suggest that to her. She told me she was doing that. And I was just really impressed that she was taking the steps to do that, because it is really important. Because how many times do we say it's can be so overwhelming? And when you really just can connect and get a couple group of people together to talk it out, you really feel and or like understand what's important and what is working and what you should focus your time on. So yay, congrats to Christy. I'll post on the team page, and just she's doing an awesome job.
I agree. Wow, that's so awesome. And Sarah just hit on some really good points. One is don't rely on me or even Team Papaya to be your resource, because yes, we have a lot of resources. We don't want you to recreate a bunch of stuff, but you need to treat your team like it's your team. It's your little family. And as big as it gets, you still want it to feel intimate and that they have somebody to go to. So definitely for sure, do that kind of stuff. Even if it's every quarter, I recommend to the people who have teams, like once a quarter, at least have some kind of call, come up with a team name, whatever, if that's your path. You, again, like Sarah said, you don't have to have that, but that is really incredible. And I've seen Christy really doing some great stuff. So yay, yay, yay. Awesome job. Anybody else have anything they want to shout out or celebrate? Any wins? Anybody new on the call? This is their first call? I always like for you to say hi. I think everybody here has been here. I did see a question about where to find Back to the Basics. It's on Team Papaya's Facebook page, and I will tag it in the link to this call on our page, if that makes it easy. It was a program that Sarah did, I think, over the summer. So a couple other quick things I wanted to mention. Rise Up program has started. Y'all, we have so many people that are part of it. I'm so excited. A few of you guys are on there. I want to thank the leaders who lead this every time. It's so critical to help our new girls out, new reps out. Just make sure if you're part of the program and you're watching this, turn in your checklist every Monday at 10 a.m. That's the one requirement. And if you don't, you'll be asked to do it another time. And we do have a mega party part of that group next week. So if you start seeing a mega party being promoted, that's what we do every time with the program, is we have the new people have a party. So we're doing a big fun Halloween party with that. Programs we're going to do in November too, that I'm really excited about. One is a program to hit director. We've done this before. Actually, I did it this summer, called Dash to Director. This time I'm going to do it with other team leaders across Zyia. I've met up, I think there's 8 of us doing it. So it's not just going to be Team Zyia Angels. It'll be people from all over the country, all over the Zyia business. We're also pulling our resources as far as trainings and prizes, because they're going to be prizes. So if you or anybody you know wants to get to director, this is a great program to try out. It is going to be a month long, and it's self-guided in a way. There'll be a Facebook page and you watch some training videos, but there are requirements. The basic requirement is you either have to sell $1,000 this month, or you have to be a junior rep. So if you're one of those two things and you want to do the program, you are welcome to. There's going to be things you have to do each week, but it's not very much. So if you're interested in that, I will be posting that hopefully by the end of this week or early next week. It starts November 1st. The second thing is a leadership academy. We've done these before. I'm going to do this in November. So the Dash to Director is more of like getting you to director. It's going to get you to do all the things you have to do to hit director. This is for people who have teams, who probably, you don't have to have hit director, but you have a team of some shape or size, and you want to learn how to grow your team. So it's going to talk about the skills, like some of the stuff Sarah just mentioned about having your own team structure, having your own incentives, doing some of the stuff like Sarah did with the highlights. So we're doing 4 weeks of that in November as well. And I'm excited to have some really cool speakers as part of that, but it's, again, pretty easy and to do. There won't be a lot of requirements on that. So I'll share both of those. programs with you guys. Don't forget, you still have plenty of time to hit Gold Digger this month. If you are brand new, you can make $1,500. And if you are just going for it, you can hit $750. And there are 6 of us going for $5,000. I am definitely going for that. I know Sarah is. We'll get it. So I'm really pumped about that. But all you have to do, guys, is have 3 people join you as in the business and sell $2,500. I know I say all you have to do. It takes a little bit of effort, but I just encourage you, if you haven't asked 3 people who are on your dream team list, that's all you have to think about, is who are 3 people that you would love to do this with. Call them and tell them they are on your dream team. You would love to have them. You will help coach them. You will give them all the tools for success. I have reached out to so many people and told them that, and they have said, "What? That is awesome. I'm so honored." And several of them have joined, and that's how I've been hitting Gold Digger. So, and there have been people like Sarah mentioned on Rise Up today that I've been talking to for several months. But I think something about saying, "Hey, you're on my dream team," and really meaning it has meant a lot more to them. So that is something that's been working for me, and definitely try to do it if you haven't already. A Moonshot is for anybody who joined August 1st through now. You just have to become a senior rep by the end of this month. So I will say, if you just joined, it's going to be a lot hard. It's not impossible. A lot of us have done it. I did not do it, but I know a lot of y'all have done it. But you just have to really have one person join your team, and you need to sell $3,000 in your volume, and they need to sell, as a group, you need to sell $1,200 as a group. I believe that's correct, right? So then you'll hit senior rep, you'll get both bonuses, the junior rep bonus, the senior rep bonus, and then they're going to give you $250. So good way to earn money for the holidays or whatever. So I feel like Moonshot, if I were new, I would be going for this, because all it takes is one person opposed to 3. So yay. I did also promote that we are doing a Zoom party. A group of my first level girls are doing a Zoom party this week. I don't want anybody to feel left out. We're going to start doing more of these, but this is part of a group I have called my WHAM group, and we just wanted to try it out. So I'll let everybody know how it goes. You are more than welcome to be a part of it. It's going to be 8:00 on Thursday. We're going to do prizes. We're sharing our favorite clothes. We're going to have a drink, all kinds of fun stuff. So I posted the link. And if you want to join it, just let me know. We'd love to have you. And you can see how the format will work. Again, something that might be fun to do with your teams if you have a group of 3 or 4 of you and you want to do a Zoom party. I am creating a new Halloween party instant share. There's been so many great posts in the marketing page. I know a lot of you have them, but I am going to create an official party to start using next week. So I'll share that with you guys. And then only other things I'll mention is holidays are approaching quickly. I have been shouting this out and as loudly as possible to my customers. Shipping is going to be really difficult this year, and getting items, whatever, shopping in general is going to be a true nightmare. There are ships that are just hanging out in ports because they have nobody to unload them. I mean, this is across the board. This is everything we use. So you're going to start seeing supplies be more limited. You might have already seen that. And there's nobody working in the stores. There's just all this craziness going on with the workforce. So if you can make this easy on your customers, you can say, hey, don't deal with the malls, don't deal with the stores, don't even go online. You can come to me and I will provide all your shopping needs. Just provide me a wish list, a budget, and I will buy for your husband. I will buy for your kids. I will buy for your moms and dads, whatever. So the more you can kind of start getting that in their ears now. I know we're making our kids do holiday wish right now. And so, because people want to, like my parents want to start buying for our kids because they know it's going to be harder to get stuff in a month or 2. So definitely I would imagine we're going to have our stock running out and having supply. And I don't know if we'll have supply problems. Hopefully we won't on popular items, but I can see like new releases and stuff being more just gone quicker. And then if you're in Charleston, I know some of you are, we're going to start doing monthly bridge walks on a Friday every month. So if you're interested, I'm going to post that. I'm going to do it starting in November, and something a couple of us were doing, and we're going to make it more official. I'm also going to have a party at my house in November, where you can invite, it's going to be a customer appreciation party in person here. So you can invite friends. I'll have closeout. You will sell, if anybody comes in, you can sell to them, obviously. We're going to do lots of fun stuff. I was thinking about doing, make your own it's going to be all around the holidays. So making your own charcuterie board, how to have cute outfits for holiday parties, how to look great for holiday events, how to shop for holidays. So I'll share that with you guys. Would love all of you in Charleston to come to that and meet up. So I think those were all my things. Anybody else have anything they want to ask, share, comment on? Everybody doing good? I love this sweater thing, whatever it is. I bought it in black too. It's so comfy. I've been eyeing it forever. So there's my plug. It's an oldie, but I got it. And it matches the blue, like this thing. Janice leggings that are out of stock. So what's up, Sloan? Anybody else? You want to say something? No, can't hear you.
No, I just swiped over to see what you were wearing.
Oh, I'm wearing this sweatshirt. I posted on my Instagram too, so
Okay.
awesome. Well, it's good seeing you guys. Oh, next call is the fourth Tuesday, 7:00 Eastern time. It's Blair Sells. Y'all, Blair is amazing. She's one of the top reps in the company. This is one of our motivation talks, and I really love it when we have a good showing. So please tell your teams, please tell everybody. Hopefully they can be part of that, but she'll be great. She has lots of good information. So, all right. Well, I love seeing your faces. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.